Hello guys, welcome to my next YouTube tutorial of data structures. So today I'm going to tell you how we can sort an array using selection sort. So let's start our Turbo C++ application. So basically in selection sort we use divide and conquer technique. So let's open a file. I have already created the file. I've already written the program and I've saved it with ss.c. ss is a selection sort.c it is a C program, so we are saving it. We are saving the file with the extension .c. So you can see here, let's start with the explanation part. This is the program. So first of all, we are including the two basic header files, that is stdio.h and conio.h. Now you can see here we are globally declaring one function that is void selection, and the parameters we are passing is int a, that is array, and int n. So from here our main program starts, as you can see. So in our main program what we are writing is, first of all we are declaring some variables of data type int. So the variables are array of size 10 and I and n. Now I am using clr to clear the output screen each and every time, which is basically in the conio.h header file. Now I am using printf function to print the data onto the output screen. So what I am printing here is enter the size of array. So here the user is going to enter the size of the array, so which will be scanned using the scanf function, and we are using %d here as it is an integer variable, and then I am reading it from the main memory, that is ampersand. So again I am printing enter the array elements. So after we got the size of the array, now the user is going to enter the array elements. So for that, for entering the array elements or for reading those elements which are entered by the user, we are using the for loop. So that is I is equal to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So first of all we are initializing I is equal to 0 and I should be less than n. The n is the size of your array, so I should always be less than n and I plus plus. And then scanf, using the scanf function we are reading the values which are inserted by the user. Now you can see here we are calling the function selection a comma n. The a is the array and n is the integer integer variable, and then again we are printing array after sorting. For printing the values given by the user or the output what we'll get, again we are using the for loop. I is equal to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So whatever the values which are inserted by the user will be calculated and will be sorted, and then the output will be shown on the output screen. So for printing the output we are using the for loops. So we are going to print %d, the number, and we are reading the values from the main memory, that is a of I. Then get ch, that is the last line of the program, to get the formatted output, and here we are closing our main program. So you can see here, from here our selection function starts. So parameters are int a and int n. So first of all in this function we are initializing the variables. We are declaring the variables. So int I, j, k, minimum, and temp. So first of all I am taking the for loop, I for loop, that is for the passes. I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1, and I plus plus. So first of all what our condition is, minimum is equal to I. So we are initializing I is equal to minimum, means the first element we are initializing as minimum. The first element is minimum. Now the j loop, so j is equal to I. So right now j is equal to I plus 1, and j is less than n and j plus plus. So whatever the value, whatever the place where I is standing, the value of j will be I plus 1 more than I. So what our condition says in for loop is, if a of j is less than a of minimum, like if our a of minimum is greater than a of j, then minimum is equal to j. Then we'll initialize minimum is equal to j. If j is less than minimum, then we are closing our if condition, then again we are closing a j for loop. So after that we are swapping the variables. Temp is equal to a of I is equal to a of minimum is equal to temp. So here we are swapping the variables. So now here I am closing the for loop, and here I am closing my function void a selection function. So this is how you do your program of selection sort. So this is how you sort an array using selection sort. First of all, we initialize the first element as minimum, then we compare it with the second element. If the second element is less than the minimum, then we swap it, otherwise no swapping will take place. So minimum will be j. Now I'm gonna show you how we run this program. So right now there are no errors, so directly you can see the output screen has come. So here I'm going to enter the array of size of array. So let's enter the size of array as 5 and the array elements is 11. Then I'll give 78, then 3, then 56, and the last element is 90. So you can see here the array after sorting is 3, 11, 56, 17 and 90. So this is you sort an array using selection sort. So here we are using the divide and conquer concept. So this was all about your selection sort. So thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for further updates.